Hey YouTubers out there, this is WorkTech. I just wanted to show a different example of some of my hobbies. This, what you're looking at here, is what they refer to as a tabletop arcade. Now, I purchased this without a monitor and I put one in many years ago, and at this point it's just sitting here as a project piece. Eventually I'm going to update it to be a multi-arcade, and with all the emulators out there you can essentially run many different games on a single arcade game setup. So I like this particular example of an arcade simply because it's unique. It's the monitor's pointing straight up, and I remember as a kid going to the burger joint and having a soda and eating on top of one of these cabinets and trying to play a game at the same time. This particular model is currently set up as a breakout type of game. It's Arkanoid 2, I guess. And but what's inside the actual cabinet, and it has these locks here. I have done a little bit of modification to make it a little easier to play, but essentially when you get inside the machine itself, you have a printed circuit board, fairly large one right there, that runs the game itself. And in this particular game setup, it's configured with a JAMA connector, and a JAMA connector is just one of these industry standards of the day where you could plug in different boards. I took a look deeper inside this thing, and there's actually documentation for a Frogger machine. So this was originally a Frogger tabletop game, and the previous owners at some point replaced the joystick with one of these spinner controls for the breakout game. So the idea here is you can actually look, it's hard to see, but this is hinged, so you can actually pull this thing out and work on it. So the monitor itself, I had to kind of strip it down because there was really no support for it, and so I had this little L bracket, and everything's kind of pull tied into place. Even pull ties to keep the board below. You can't really see it, but the board for the monitor from shorting out on other things. So it's pretty jury-rigged, but it works. I put a black button there for coins just to make life a little easier. But overall, it actually still works. The issue here, though, is it gets a little boring playing the same game all the time. So this thing is due for an upgrade. But I look at this and I kind of go, well, maybe it's time for a flat panel, or maybe a laptop for the brains of it. But anyway, that's about it. So this is just a different hobby of mine that actually came before flint knapping, and I really kind of like some of these older games, and it's just one of those deals that it's just kind of fun to play around with the old equipment. As a kid, you just didn't realize how simple these things were, and I kind of like it. It has, at least some functionality to it, so you can use it as a table when it's not in gameplay. But anyway, this is just an example of a glass countertop tabletop arcade machine, and that's about it. Catch you later. Bye.